discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Africa Today Show. Hope your day is going nice and smooth. Wishing you a beautiful one. In case you're not, take it easy. Life is unfair like that. But karibuni sana. It's exactly a minute past 8 p.m. and karibuni. It's been quite a cold day today. Just chilly. Quite a little bit cold. I don't know why it's been cold, I don't understand why it's been cold. But anyway, yeah, it's been quite a cold day. Let me know how yours has been or rather is going. But welcome to the media of the 21st century. As usual, been on a Wednesday without wasting much more of the time. You know how the drill goes. We're going to be starting with some historical video. This is one that talks about how we have one black company called the ESOS. I don't know if ESO, if I'm pronouncing correctly, how they saved the Green Book. And I think, of course, we do know the history of the Green Book. And we're going to be looking at, after that, also how some sundown towns, because the Green Book literally comes from the sundown towns, if I'm trying to make the dots connect correctly. The places where you needed to be as a black person, or the places you didn't need to be, routes you could use and routes you couldn't use. And I wish we had like more time, because based on the topic of today, we're going to be talking about the eating of babies, the pedophilia behavior, and the bestiality, which Louisiana has banned on that. We have some Democrats, Louisiana Democrats, who have introduced a bill to ban bestiality, but we have over 10 Republicans who voted against it. So we're going to be talking about that as we look at the white lawyer who was caught sexually assaulting his family dog by his wife, and she called the police on him. So we're going to be focusing on that. I was saying I wish we had more time so I can share both the videos and just to understand that sundown towns still actually exist, where some 2 Black American sisters in last year, September, how they were being chased around by a white man because the GPS, they used a wrong turn as they were following their GPS. So I think I'm going to share that probably on Friday or maybe next week when we catch up with most of these stories. But to start, let me start with this.
On Jim Crow highways, your lifeline wasn't a sheriff or a law. It was something as simple as a gas station. Esso gas stations used their brand power, a coast-to-coast map service, a black executive, and corporate backing of the Negro Motorist Green Book to help black travelers safely outsmart Jim Crow. So join us today while we discuss how Esso gas stations help supercharge the Negro Motorist Green Book. I'm your host, Country Boy. If you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. America sold the car as freedom. Jim Crow turned the road into a test. White-only hotels, cafes that went closed when you walk in, restroom keys that were withheld with a smirk, prices that rose with a glance, police that turned a taillight into a trap, and across the map, sundown towns where the setting sun came with a perilous warning. Yet, if you were black, you still had to drive. You had to go to work, you had family, you had church, summer trips with the kids, and all of this freedom required you to have a plan. So This is where the Green Book comes in. Designed by Victor H. Green, a Harlem postal carrier who built the plan in 1936, he used a trusted network of postal workers, salesmen, musicians to stitch together portable workaround, the Negro Motorist Green Book. It had listings for tourist homes, black-owned hotels, barbershops, cafes, garages, and later motels.
Now
and
imagine that.
service
Pause it for a
stations.
second. Pause it. Imagine how this country is so fucking. It's just this country's bathed in evil, and when it goes down, it's gonna be such a good thing when it finally collapses into nothing, despair, which is happening now. This country's been all evil from its inception. Wicked. Everything they build is wicked and evil. So fucking everything. So for black people to be safe to travel, because you weren't sure if you're gonna go to one like a South Africa, one of those Orania towns, them all white towns, and you could get murdered and killed. Of course, if they shot you in the head, the police were in on it. They wouldn't do that same shit that's happened today, like in Eufaula, Alabama, which we showed a couple of days ago with the black kid getting chopped up. So in order not to try to get away from some of those situations, black people created like a safety book, a green book, back in my grandmother's era. So when they traveled, because a lot of black people at that time were moving from different states for better opportunities, right? Like they would move, like my family came from New York, upstate New York, and moved all the way to California. But that's dangerous. Driving all that way and not knowing where you could stop, what cities to avoid, what towns to avoid. They could get you murdered, get you killed. So this book right here was put together for black people to be able to travel this country safely, to know where to stop and where not to stop. What places were unfriendly to us, they could get you lynched and murdered and killed for being just black, what God made us to be, right? So, this is a book to stop terrorism on it. It's really, no one can really fathom. It's going back that way. That's why you see they're going back what they are. They've always been evil. That's why all the country's going right back to the same evil past because it's never changed. But
I was listening to a video on TikTok, which I was saying I wish we had more time, but I see if I share that video, it's gonna take much more of the topics conversation, which I don't want to do that. But it's a 35-minute video. I didn't finish even the whole of it. I'll finish later. There are two sisters. I can't remember where they said they're from, but they were driving. They were from one of their nieces' birthday party. And then they were using the GPS, of course, for direction. Their mother. So apparently the other sister who was driving, she missed a turn and took a wrong turn. And she didn't know that specific turn she took is one of the streets or places where it is considered as the sundown town.
Sundown town.
Yeah,
Didn't
so
know.
when they were driving, there was a truck which was two white drivers. One, of course, who was driving, and the other one, two people, and they were following them. And then they stopped them and they started harassing them. I didn't finish the whole video, so I think I'm gonna share it probably on Friday, which is very, very
cool.
good because this is just last year, October.
Hey, yeah, shit ain't changed. Yeah, the sundown towns are still here in America. Joe, they haven't stopped, but now they're getting worse. So, hey, go ahead, Joe. You go share that.
Eliminate risk, but it built in redundancy. If one door was shut, a town next to it had a backup. You could circle safe places and keep dignity within your itinerary. The Green Book worked because it matched a specific problem with a specific tool. Jim Crow was thousands of local laws and rules enforced with signs and stares and sometimes a badge. Green answered this by asking people who knew where every street was, where Black people could go. The book scaled local knowledge nationally, and its design built in backups. It kept adding routes, first in New York, then in the Southeast, and then state by state across the South and the Midwest, and eventually into Canada and the Caribbean. By World War II, as car ownership surged, highways linked cities before interstates, the need only grew. If you had ever tried to travel on just tips alone, you know the difference between a hunch and a listing compiled by people that you trust. But this is the part that many people miss. Esso, Standard Oil of New Jersey, did more than sell gas. Many Esso stations stocked the green book behind their counter. Esso bought ads in the guide, and its touring service already mailed out free road maps. It helped the book reach far beyond Harlem. Some Esso dealers and crucially, some service stations were owned and operated by Black entrepreneurs, and this became a reliable link for Black families who could fuel, use a clean restroom, and ask, where can I stay the night? And this isn't just a rumor. It's written into the Green Book itself. You can open up the 1949 Green Book and you'll see SO advertisement framed by listings for hotels, tourist homes, and cafes. In the 1949 edition, James A. Jackson, a Black executive at Standard Oil of New Jersey, endorsed the guide and offers free distribution help. Jackson worked with Victor Green, encouraging dealers to carry the book and treating Black travelers like a market worth serving. Motives makes business sense with a measure of principle. The effect on the ground was clear: more predictable service, fewer humiliation, and crucially, safer miles. Picture that you're a family rolling down US 1 in early 1950. The daylight is thinning, the county line with a sundown reputation is ahead. In the glove box, a folded SO map along with the Green Book. You spot the oval and pull in. Sometimes a Black franchisee, sometimes a white worker understands the stakes, tops off your tank, and hands over the restroom key without a lecture. He points to a name in a book, a tourist home 2 towns over, and says, "Tell them I sent you." That 5-minute stop shifts the trip from endurance to belonging. And this is how you build a loyal brand with your Black customers. Yet, let's be clear, not every SO dealer lived up to this standard. Many of them discriminated. Many rival stations were much worse and denied restrooms, refused service, jacked up their prices, and families knew it. So they layered their plan. They packed lunches. They relied on tourist homes. They called ahead. They opened the book, and you'll find
Talking lunches, that's what we were learning, I think, a few weeks ago about the carton box lunch.
Yeah, box lunches.
Yeah, the shoe box. I think they're calling the shoe box lunch.
trees that read like instructions stating the tourist home, the city, call ahead. The Green Book wasn't a magic pass. It was a map of options when the road turned very hostile. All of this begs a huge question. Why did SO help at all? Well, it was part strategy and part people. Strategy was a growing Black middle class that had cars and cash and long memories. And a gas company doesn't live on one fill up. It thrives when people.
That's why I believe, I truly believe in my heart that Joey was a Black American in her last life. Because she puts a lot of stuff that we never even knew. Somehow, it still rings true to her. The lot of stuff that we have learned that I didn't even know. Well, I know about this. A lot of stuff she put I didn't know. That always leads me to believe that she was a Black American. I just heard a story. We know it's real that the little boy kept his memory, went up to the lady, Black boy went to the Black lady and thanked him for helping him die. And because he was in an accident some years ago. And it's on TikTok. And she's like, what? And he know he was telling the truth because the only person that would know him was her. Because he was in an accident and she was his nurse. And he told her everything, said, I was okay. I died all right. I'm glad you were there to help me. Like, you're like, what? What? Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, that lady was fucked up in the head. But anyway, and the kid's parents like, well, what you doing? What you doing? Stop leaving people alone. 3-year-old boy. But like I said, all the stuff that Joey brings back in our history, that makes me believe Joey was a Black American. Was a Black American in her past life. But go ahead, Joe.
Harlem to Norfolk because you know what to expect. People like James A. Jackson argued inside the company that respect was a right and was profitable. And he built relationships with black newspapers, civic groups, and Victor Green and encouraged dealers to carry the Green Book wasn't charity, it was good business. And it also saved many black people from harm. And still, all of this was built on a contradiction. SO's infrastructure served a landscape built on segregation. It was supported both by principle and by profit. And the impact was very real. By the 1940s and into the 1950s, the Green Book plus SO gas stations functioned like a parallel system. Fuel here, meal there, bed up the road, a mechanic who wouldn't strand you, and information that became an infrastructure that you could fold and put inside your glove box. When the legal ground shifted with the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and it outlawed discrimination in hotels, restaurants, and gas stations, interstates sped up travel and bypassed many black business corridors that the Green Book helped sustain. The Green Book would publish its last edition in 1966-1967. SO's brand would then change to Exxon in 1972 and then rolled out in 1973. So why does any of this matter? Small, practical systems built from communal knowledge and strengthened by unexpected allies can pry open closed doors in a landscape. SO gas stations and the Green Book did not end Jim Crow, but it helped turn communal knowledge into safe miles.
Ain't the funny thing? We might need the Green Book. We might need the Green Book again. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? We might need the Green Book again in 2026 because times change. These people don't. We might need the Green Book buried today. We're going
2026. But let's look at some of the towns that were sundown towns. Because next week I'm going to share that video of these two sisters. I'm going to look at other new updates of
because GPS ain't gonna say, "Hey, motherfucker, this is a sundown town." It ain't gonna say that on your GPS. It's just gonna name the name of the town. You ain't gonna know they was out there hanging black folks and hurting them. Go ahead, Jeff.
They said the moment they took a turn, after like 10 minutes, a white truck was following them, and it was white people who stopped them. They almost even wanted to call the police. Then their sister was like, "No, don't call the police."
No, don't call the police because that town, that's right. The police are in on the shit. That's always the dirty secret. The police are not there to help black people. They're there to hurt your ass. So in those towns, go ahead, Joe.
Imagine a small American town setting into the twilight of the evening, the sun casting a long shadow on clean streets, well-manicured lawns, and families strolling home. Yet beneath this tranquil facade lies a dark, unwritten rule that emerges at nightfall, a visible clock counting down on anyone within the city limits who isn't white. This is the life of a sundown town, a haunting relic from America's not-so-distant past. It still has ramifications today. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. The term sundown town refers to communities in the United States that historically practice a form of racial segregation by systematically excluding non-whites from residing within their town after dark. These communities had rules, both written and unwritten, to keep non-white people, especially African Americans, out of their town limits. These towns existed mainly through the 1800s through the early 1900s, but they weren't just a Southern problem. They spread all across the entire country. Within these towns, you might find signs that state, "Don't let the sun down go on." Warning non-white people to leave before nightfall. If they didn't, they faced threats of violence and even the possibility of being lynched. Local officials, business owners, and residents in these towns worked together to keep the communities almost entirely white. Sometimes there were actual laws that said African Americans or other minorities couldn't buy or rent homes within the area. Even when there weren't laws, white residents would often use threats of violence to enforce this racial divide. Real estate agents helped by refusing to sell or rent homes to non-white people into specific neighborhoods, a practice known as redlining. Banks also joined in by denying home loans and insurance to minorities trying to live in those areas. Police officers would enforce these rules. They would arrest or scare away any non-white resident who stayed after sundown. As it got dark, you would see more police patrols to make sure that no black person was within the city limits. But sundown towns weren't just patrolled by police. The entire community played a role in keeping the town mostly white. Anyone who tried to stand up to these rules would face economic reprisals that were as simple as being shunned by your neighbors or possibly even losing your job. In other words, everyone in these towns worked together to make sure that these rules were followed, making it very hard for anyone to change them. Living in a sundown town didn't always mean that black people couldn't live there, but if they were found in these areas after dark, they faced threats, harassment, violence, even lynching. It wasn't just African Americans that were targeted. For example, in Idaho in the 1870s, Chinese people made up about 1/3 of their population. After violent attacks against them and anti-Chinese meetings in Boise in 1886, almost none of the Chinese residents were left by 1910. In another case, in Mendine, Nevada, there was a law that forced Native Americans to leave by 6:30 at night. What started out as a whistle and later a siren would sound at 6 p.m., reminding them they had to go. This siren would even sound after Nevada passed a law in 2021 to stop such practices.
And remember, white people did this everywhere they go. See, they always know they're the same. No good, savage motherfuckers they've always been. No matter everywhere they went, they implement the same system globally. Everywhere they went. They had it in Kenya. Kenyans were allowed to come in the city. Now, go look that up. Zimbabwe, Africans were allowed to come into the city. South Africa. Look at Australia, when they murdered the majority of the damn Aboriginal blacks, just murdered their ass off. Stole the land, called it a white country now. Everywhere they went, genocide and racism. Everywhere they went, same thing, genocide and racism. So you can't say they taught it. This is who they are, because they all, when they left Europe, they spread out, went every fucking where, and they had the same system globally. When they was fucking around with the Asians, had them all fucked up. Right? Racism was normal for these people, so they ain't no fucking taught. Oh, they got that from kids. Nah, that's who the fuck they are, from kids. Because I don't care if they were French, Spanish, Portuguese, fucking German, English, Dutch, Danish, Swedish, the same shit over and over again. White people shit. But these other races have capitulated since they were put in the middle, so this is racist towards black people as well. Like I said, the only racist people you get in the world are black people. We're the only non-racist people. We're the only non-racist people. That's why everybody can come in our community, whether an African American, set up shop, and we'll patronize that shop. We'll go in their shop and buy from them. They damn sure won't buy shit from you. They won't buy shit from your ass. Go in their community, set up a damn restaurant, a store, anything else, and you'll go out of business. But see, black people are the only people that can do that. Go ahead, Joe.
That they were simply honoring first responders by keeping the siren. It wouldn't be until 2023 that they finally stopped using the siren. Rolling back years to the colonial era.
Wait. That's only 3 years ago. They were still using this siren to tell you motherfuckers get out of town. To 2023? This is crazy. But that's why I say certain places we know, but we can't go. All these hangings of black people. I think it was a young girl that was just hung in college like last week or something. So we're in Mississippi somewhere. Go ahead, Joe.
Using the siren. Rolling back years to the colonial era, you will find the earliest whispers of these exclusionary practices. In 1714, the lawmakers in New Hampshire passed a law called the Act of Preventing Disorder at Night. This law stated that no Indian, Black, or mixed-race person was allowed to be away from their home after 9 p.m. Notices about this law were published in a local newspaper in 1764 and 1771 to remind everyone that it was still in effect. After the American Revolution, Virginia was the first state to ban freed Black people from entering the state, according to historian Kate Masner. American laws that restricted where Black people could live were inspired by English laws from the Tudor period. These English laws limited the movement of poor people to make sure that local authorities would not have to take care of them. American officials would use these ideas to prevent the movement of Black people into their communities. In 1844, the Oregon
It's always about dominance. It's always about dominance and control to keep you impoverished. They can control you, your movement, where you're going to try to get with all these cameras. Control your movement, they can control your wealth. So the whole thing is make sure you stay impoverished. Okay? Like what I told you, motherfuckers with your TikTok and your YouTube, they seen your black face and you started making money, that was going to cause them to get upset. Because you don't understand white supremacy and white people. All you niggas are now on YouTube crying about your money getting fucked up. But if you studied them, you would know they didn't want to see you walking around showing shit and making money. And they was going to put an end to that shit. Oh, no, we're not going to be paying for no more making these niggas have a decent life as they do nothing. Oh, look where I'm at. I'm in Johannesburg. I'm in Nairobi. Nah, not no more, you ain't. Not no more, you ain't. You better go back to the factory, nigga, and bust your ass to make $2. So all you content creators, basically you travel Negroes, not you passport bros, passport kooks, and just regular black people like to travel, your money's getting fucked up. I tried to tell you, tried to keep it, and the rest of you motherfuckers just online doing your goofy regular just shows on YouTube. That money is going away. Because you thought that white people were going to be not going to. It's the same thing about a piano. What? You think I'm going to let you sit online, talk, and pay you? And I need you in the factory, nigga, to be working for $2 a day? You think you're going to be sitting up in your house on your computer in your air conditioning room talking about women and how to get women and how women don't like you? No, nigga, you're going to get your ass in that mine and go mine for some coal, make $1.50 a day. So I knew. I'm like, hey, I told y'all years ago, I said, this ain't going to last. This, white people going to see this shit. They'll get upset. You motherfuckers don't work a regular job and be poor. You build up some kind of following, right? You built yourself up a following, making YouTube dollars. I said, nah. Knowing the white frame of mind, white people looking at this shit, oh, nope. Niggas can travel, passports, going to Kenya and Nigeria and Ghana and South Africa, and they ain't got no real job. Oh, no, hell no. So I knew. I said this. So the king of the passport bros. He's crying. Ah, man, YouTube fucking with my money. They fuck with your money, stupid. They destroying your money now. They say not gonna pay no more for you niggas to walk around in Botswana, in Namibia and shit. They ain't gonna pay no more for that shit. so that's what they saying. And I like, what? Nah. We gotta cut this money back. So I'm telling you, within the next year, it's gonna be all gone. About a year and a half from now, it's gonna be all gone. So you Negroes, if you ain't, you're gonna be fucked up like Floyd Mayweather. Because none of you Negroes have invested in nothing. You've been in Africa, you didn't buy land, you've been in Botswana, where you Negroes been going. Have you been doing any business? Real business. Not no internet shit. I'm talking about real business. Not, hey man, let me show you how to come be a passport bro. You ain't got no money doing that shit either. Why am I gonna pay you for that shit? So that's what I'm saying. The next year and a half, all you Negroes out here, you're going back to the factory, nigga. You're going back to the used car lot. You're gonna go back to the same place you left because you couldn't get women in America. Now I know I'm not saying American black woman buying this fucked up. That's no lie. But a lot of you are goofy. So Africa has been a godsend for you goofy Negroes. Because the African woman is still feminine. Most of them know you're goofy. So it's been a godsend for you goofy Negroes. That's going away. You've been able to get apartments in Kenya, apartments. I said you guys got apartments in South Africa. Hey, you better pay the apartment off, stupid. You better buy it. Because if you got to suffer in Nairobi without no job, without no more YouTube money, oh man, it's gonna get rough. And that's what they want. They're laughing about. So I'm just letting you guys know. Get your shit together. Because yes, they cut your pay. It's gonna be they're gonna cut it to zero. Those shit's going to zero. Okay? This is my word of advice to you goofy Negroes. Online, all your goofy dating shows, little goofy shows you're doing, your celebrity gossip, that shit's going to zero. I'm gonna pay you to do some celebrity gossip. And I got my own media. Ain't nobody watching my media, my CBS's, my CNN's. I'm putting into this shit. So that's what's gonna happen. There's the Jays that don't like you. Jays own all the media and they also own YouTube. No, we gotta cut this shit back. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, I've always said, or I've been saying, like, you can still use the numbers you have to now advertise your business if in case YouTube stops.
All right. You better use.
Use your numbers from either YouTube or whatever platform. Start a business and advertise there. Whatever business you have and you've not been taking it serious, use those numbers now to make money. Shout out to Cardi B. She once said, why do you have followers yet you can't make money out of them? So use your followers to make money out of them.
I don't know. Was she crying about going broke? She didn't have an album like in 7 years or some shit?
No.
Well, we know Nicki Minaj is going broke. We know that. I love the way they use it too. Broke. I love the way they use you coons and break your back. White people are so cruel. You got your card, they make you coon. You gonna get citizenship. They say, nah, they give you no citizenship. Get your ass out of here. And so now, Nikki, you can't use your followers because they see you as a bootlicking coon. So you couldn't come back and ask them. I said, nah. And now you better go to white people, get them geese some money. Go ahead, Joey, go ahead.
Bland African Americans altogether. This law was known as the Peter Burnett-Lash Law, and it said any black person
just looking at this white person, it just looks evil. This is just
that didn't leave would be whipped. Although no one was actually whipped because of this law, it was later changed to forced labor instead of whipping, and these laws continued into
forced labor is slavery. When they got forced you to work, everything they do, that's why everything they do is evil. It's always evil. Everyone is evil. And they get mad when you talk about it. Every system they build is always unfair. Why? Because they're evil. They never set up a system that's fair and equal. They don't want that. Because remember, they can't really compete. Everybody's got low IQ. Everybody's stupid. But they never want to set up a system that's fair. If everybody's got low IQ, everybody's stupid, everybody's a monkey, then why don't you set up a fair system? Then you would always win, right? You always win because you're smarter than everybody. You got the high IQs. You tell everybody. But every fair system, you lose. Every fair system that's built, because the only really one you got right now is sports. So sports is fair. But when you lose, you try to cheat on that. It's like when Senegal won that Africa Cup. You try to cheat them out of that because you lost. But any kind of fair thing, you lose. But you'll spend all day, Africans are stupid, Black Americans are all stupid, got low IQs, you're dumb. But you, okay, if we all dumb and stupid, let's create a fair system. We're not stealing from everybody, killing them, exploiting shit, taking every goddamn thing. Let's make a fair system. Oh, no, we can't do that. It's not, it's against capitalism or some shit they'll tell you. You always know everything they say is a lie because they never want to set up a fair system. They always want some kind of leg up where they're fucking running everything and dominating everything. Go ahead, Joe.
1926 and showed a pattern of rules aimed at keeping minorities from living in certain areas. In other states, similar laws were passed. For example, in 1853, Illinois passed a law banning Black residents, if they stayed more than 10 days and couldn't pay the fine, they would be sold at auction and forced to work to pay it off. These laws were resisted, especially by the Black community, but they wouldn't be repealed until the end of the Civil War. Similar laws to this were enacted in other states like Michigan, Ohio, and Iowa. In the years following the Civil War,
that's the North. That ain't the South. That's why Malcolm X told you that ain't the South. That's the North. That's why Malcolm X told you ain't no such thing as the North and South in the United States. Anything south of Canada is racist. He told you ain't no such thing as the South for Black people. Oh, the South is bad. South is racist. He told you anything south of Canada is the South. Do it, Joe.
Equal rights through 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment during the Reconstruction era. However, these promises began to crumble rapidly by 1877. Southern states swiftly enacted Jim Crow laws to enforce racial segregation and disenfranchisement. Surprisingly, this wave of racial discrimination was not.
Now you see the South again swiftly changed those laws as soon as the Supreme Court so they can be openly racist again. All Southern states move quickly to enact that shit. Swiftly, just like, so nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. As soon as the civil rights, all the things we fought for, said it was unconstitutional, illegal. As soon as the Supreme Court overturned all that shit, the wicked ass racists on the court now. Remember, they spent years getting them wicked ass racists appointed to the court. As soon as they came back with their ruling, it's right. It's okay to discriminate against these niggas and fuck them. All Southern states, hell yeah, fuck them. Fuck these niggas. And I wish we could get rid of the 14th Amendment too. And lock these niggas up and give us free labor again. Damn right. They all moved. Texas, Florida, North and South Carolina, West Virginia, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, all of them. Go ahead, Joe.
States adopted similar practices that established sundown towns. These towns often used exclusionary agreements that prohibited the sale or rent of property to minorities, specifically Black people. In other cases, threats, harassment, sometimes involving the police, were used to maintain the status quo.
Let me pause again. Pause again. Let me say, it's going to be rougher this time, guys. You know why? See, back when they were doing this the last time, Black people were looked at as the moral majority. We were a moral people. See, through the rap and the destruction of our women, talking crazy, all that shit you see online, Black Americans look fucking crazy, out of control, disrespectful, and nutty. So you're not getting more sympathy. See, during our parents' and our grandparents' day, we were moral people. We were moral. So even though they wanted to kill us and fuck us up, it made everything look bad because Black Americans were known as the moral majority of this country. We were a moral people. You see women talking crazy, half naked and shit. You know, Black men who couldn't construct a fucking sentence. Ebonics every goddamn word. They carried themselves in a certain fashion. You couldn't come out the house unless you're damn. You guys know this. You guys old enough. You guys might. You couldn't come out the house unless your clothes were clean and creased. Unless your clothes were clean and goddamn ironed. You couldn't come out the house looking fucked up. You had to be presentable. You had to be respectable. You had to carry yourself in a certain way because remember, everything a black person did affected the whole race. It wasn't like somebody white and they did something okay, but every time somebody black does something wrong, we were always like, oh no, oh my God, that's gonna affect all of us. Right? You guys remember that? Your mom and dad said, don't go out the house embarrassing us, boy. A girl, your daughters or because everything somebody black did, it affected us as a whole race of people here in America. But they destroyed us from the late 80s to the 90s with that fucked up music. Everybody's got tattoos all on the fucking face, looking half fucking crazy, making that shit numb. You got tattoos all up and down your filthy ass body. You're fucking destroyed in the head. So they made us look like garbage people. We become a people, and that's just a fact. Unless we take back our communities, that's why I think this segregation is good. Because now we can start dictating some shit and getting people right. You don't get right, you get fucked up. All this out of control behavior, tattoos all over your fucking body, shit out of line, trying to put discipline back in black people. We've been an undisciplined people for 45 fucking years. And that's destroyed us as a race. Undisciplined. Just do what the fuck you like. Don't matter. Just destroyed our image. Everybody talks about the bling bling. Our image has been destroyed globally. Fucking destroyed. Got silver and shit in your mouth, talking crazy. Because remember, they wanted. I know they instituted this goddamn level of deranged black people, right? I get that. They engineered that. But the black race, and you gotta be in America, it's fucking deranged. And you gotta admit this so you can fix it. As black people, we've allowed other people to come in and take over our race, put our women in a certain way that they're disrespectful. And since our babies are disrespectful, our sons are fucking weak and homosexual. Don't know how to be a goddamn man. You think being a man is wrong and you gotta be soft. As a man, you're supposed to have masculinity to be able to protect your family, protect your people. So when a revolution comes, what homosexual is going to be ready to fight? Oh, girl, all that old shit. I told you all that old shit. So you're making me laugh. He told you all. What do you say, Jeremy?
So Santana and the rest, those are your men.
You got many go to Atlanta here recently. Everybody's gay. Everybody's fucking. This ain't the norm. You've been made that way through propaganda. Remember, they made African Americans were against what? LGBTQ. Now you got motherfuckers saying, oh, it's about black people and the LGBTQ. Because we were righteous people, and we were attacked by the dominant society for being righteous and having standards. It's all right if your son can make ooh, daddy, I like to wear that dress. I'll smack you across your motherfucking head. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? People say, oh, what are you doing? See, society put that fiction. Oh, what are you doing? You're supposed to celebrate him being weak and want to put dick all down his throat. Yeah, what? What are you talking about? So we not been able to be men and protect our community and then put our women where they need to be and check. Our women are out of control. That's a fact. I hate to tell them. We're going to be honest. This is not no, because I love you. You know I love black women, so you can't throw that shit against me. I'm not looking for no damn icky with the flat booty. So you can't throw that on me. I'm not looking for no white woman. You know, so you can't throw that shit on me. But our women are out of control. Most people know that. Oh, just out of control. That motherfuckers, they normalize, put tattoos all on your fucking neck, all on your face. Oh, you know what I mean? Then it made us a goddamn gutter people. We're not from no fucking gutter. Everybody sees us around the world. So that means we're not to be respected as a people. Because it's become the norm. Everybody talking crazy, don't know nothing. Nobody can read shit. Talk. Can't put a complete sentence together. And I think segregation's I think it's good. We gotta be separated, and then we need to weed out the weak motherfuckers. That means now we can have what? Discipline black in the black community. Oh, motherfuckers out here doing shit, you twerking, we gonna get your ass beat. Get your ass in the fucking house. We gonna start goddamn putting some discipline back in us as a people. Some shit gonna have to be done. Women get talking crazy, shut your fucking mouth and get your ass in the house. That's what you do. Ain't no more white man protecting you. You're gonna learn some respect. You're gonna raise your daughters to be respectful. No more just come out the mouth talking crazy, like crazy ass shit. And that's what's gonna have to happen. We as a people, the last 50 years, been undisciplined, ruled by fucking nut, morons, kook, crackpots, homosexuals, fucking lesbian, whatever the fuck. And that's what's destroyed our image globally. That's why we can't build shit, we can't fight shit. We're confused people. That's why our birth rates are zero. That's why our birth rates are fucked up. Remember, our birth rates are higher because she's still a black woman. Black women, whether you like it or not, you're African. That means you're fertile. So why aren't black women having children today in America? Because they destroyed you. They destroyed us as a people. Why is our birth rates almost same as white people? Why is that? So this is tough love, whether you like it or not. Be on TV, got all kinds, and that's what they want out there. TV got these moronic ass rap morons, can't even talk. What the fuck are you saying? So now the whole world think we're all half crazy with this propaganda. Like what? This is Black America? Yeah, how you feel? Everybody's little baby, little booty, little foot, little toe. What the fuck is going on? Everybody's baby somebody, baby Joe, baby, nobody's a man. Baby Sammy. I don't know these goofy rap names.
Little
Motherfucking man. Little baby, everybody's a dead baby, baby daddy. New rap dude's name is Baby Daddy. He's baby daddy. What? You see how debaucherous this is? How insane this is? Nobody wants to. You imagine yourself, you're a grown man calling yourself a baby. What's your? Are you? I'm little baby. What? You didn't get smacked in the mouth. What are you talking about? And I'm the baby. So they did, and I showed some white Jewish executive that thought of them stupid ass names, right? Because you are what you think you are. You call yourself a baby. You motherfucking 27 calling yourself the baby. What the fuck are you going to defend? What community are you going to defend? What community are you going to stand with? Hey, the baby, are we supposed to fight against these white people now chopping us up? That's somebody come. That's some woman coming to ask this nigga for help, and his name is the baby. What? So that's what I'm saying. the complete breakdown of us as a people. It's been. I always tell y'all to go look at old videos of Black America. You can't believe it's like we're two different creatures, two different species. Go back and look at some old footage of black people in the early 60s and 50s. Look at that shit. I want you to study it. I want you to study how respectful, how behaved Black American women were, how behaved Black American men were, respectful to one another. how respectful the children were. And what you got now, a fucking land of chaos and confusion. You're like, what the hell happened? It's like, man, it's like somebody dropped a bomb on the Black American community and killed all of the people in the 50s and 60s, right? And we're just left with this rubble of worthless niggas. So, because my son would always get mad at me, right? He said, but I'm shallow because he brings some old knucklehead, some bum ass broad into the house for me to meet. And I'm like, what? Hell no. That's absolutely not. Better get ass out my house, nigga. What's wrong with you? This bum ass broad. If you want to date this bum ass broad, you wait till you're grown out my house. Shit. Shit, come here.
I'm gonna
Go.
So I'm gonna start. Since we're getting into the topic,
let's see.
Bestiality. I'm gonna start with this video of this white lawyer who was caught sexually assaulting his family.
Yeah, the dog. I got that too. Yeah. Okay, you start with it. So we're talking about baby eaters, pedophiles, and bestiality. Now, whose culture does this? But remember, the superior culture. We know black people not baby eaters. We know majority of black people not pedophiles, right? And we damn sure know black people ain't create no bestiality. And remember, bestiality was legal. Because they want to let you know that bestiality was legal in most other states, especially in the South. And it's only recently, like I said, in the last 10 years that they outlawed it because people started knowing, like me. I started looking up the statutes in states. I'm like, how can fucking a dog be legal? What? All these southern states, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, putting your dick in a dog was legal. It's only, and you can go look up those statutes. It's only recently that they start look back and people start knowing. And you know, why would that be legal in the first place? Because they know they did it. That's their culture. So they get mad that that they put their dicks in dogs, their dicks in chickens, their dicks in fucking birds. They put their dicks in watermelon and cantaloupe. What? Who's putting their dick in a watermelon? They are. But these are your superior people with the high IQs putting it in their them in the bathroom fucking a melon. Right? Their grandmother used to always tell you, honey, don't go down and be just grabbing any watermelon from the melon patch. She never told you why. She know because the white people putting their dicks up in them. You're like, what? My fucking. And then I told you guys this years ago, so we can look up. You had a Georgia congressman admitting that he used to fuck cantaloupe when he was a kid. You're like, what? What? Louis Gohmert, whatever. I forgot the guy's name. He was a Georgia congressman. Admitted that they used to fuck cantaloupes. You're like, wait, what? What? There ain't nobody black been sitting in no room. I don't care how horny you been. Say, you know what? You know what, dog? You know what'd be cool to do? What, man? Put my dick in a whole cantaloupe. What? What? I want some cantaloupe booty. Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead, play. Go ahead.
This is 56-year-old Stephen Tyler Swain, and he is a Texas attorney, and he is now being charged for the essay of his family dog. And you'll never believe how he was called. Oh, and did I mention that he is a lawyer and because
yeah, he's a lawyer. He's the one you come in to get advice and do law firm, and he got dog coochie on his penis in there and his suit. They never want to tell you these stories. Let me say, remember, they always hide these stories only through social media. You know, it's not on the news. They never put these stories on the news because it's them. All the fake ass images they got of them it's all fake, right? Because you guys remember years ago, shout out to I forgot her name, was a lady used to call us when we first got started, like 2016, 2017. She was a nurse up there in Nashville. And so we had brought this story back then. I said, why is it not illegal? How is this legal to be fucking animals? And she said, you know what? When they got calls for the ambulance to go out, at least 2 or 3 times a week, a woman or a man had got caught fucking a goddamn dog. And it said with the women, you know, women, a dog's dick swells up so it doesn't release the coochie. Right? This is crazy. You guys know when a dog is hitting that pussy, it doesn't release. The penis gets stuck up in there. So you have white women that would need the paramedics to come in to get the calm the dog down, to get his dick. The dick would get stuck in the white woman. Right? This is real. You're like, what? That's never going to be on your news. And she said that happens at least 3 to 4 times every week. So imagine, that's just one says Nashville. So imagine around the whole country and around the world. This is known, right? But it's never going to be in the news that they're fucking dogs and goats and cats and fucking rabbits and fucking chickens, right? And you got to ask yourself, as you know, answer right, who would be attracted to a dog and a rabbit and a cat and a chicken and a goddamn fucking goat and a sheep? We know they fuck sheep. It's a fact. That's where you got your venereal diseases came from the caves where they fucking the livestock. These are facts. See, they would have called, yeah, you're being racist. That's not racist. We know syphilis, gonorrhea, and goddamn herpes. All that shit came from them fucking animals. Those are cross-breedal fucking diseases that when they got out of Europe and started raping everybody, that's how it got into the regular other population. Never in human populations until white people broke out of Europe and started raping and being savage. That's when you get gonorrhea. That's when you get goddamn chlamydia. That's when you get herpes simplex and all these STDs, all these sexually transmitted diseases from them crossbreeding fucking animals. This is a fact. Nothing to do with any goddamn racism. You start talking about who they are. You know, they're supposed to be, they're the high IQ, but they're not smart enough not to put their dick in a sheep. There's a lawyer. He's not smart enough not to put his dick in a dog. Just fucking the dog crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
That hired a very good lawyer and got his bond taken down from $25,000 to $7,500, which he only had to pay about $750.
Because he's white. Because he's white. He didn't get a good lawyer. He's a white man. They don't want him out there. They're going to release him. Because you think he's the only one with fucking dogs? I told you, you can look this up. There's some dude in my neighborhood fucking a dog. I still remember laughing. Because I was on the show with Lady Divine. I said, Lady Divine, I'm back and type it right now on Google. Find somebody close near me who's been caught fucking a dog. And I still remember to this day, the dog name was Baby Girl. Baby Girl. He was fucking the shit out of Baby Girl. It was a goddamn pit bull. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, play.
That bond. He is also a father of 4 children. Now, allegedly, how he was found out by police and was able to be charged with this is because his wife thought that he was cheating on her with other women, put security cameras allegedly in their home, and when she went back and watched them, saw him with their family dog essaying it. She immediately filed for divorce back in December. Now, allegedly, the wife told someone at the SPCA about the video, and they contacted police. And allegedly, when the wife spoke with police, she said in the video that is 100% my husband and 100% our family dog. Now, again, this is all alleged, but props to the wife for leaving this man.
And even putting that penis all in you, too, with that doggy coochie all on his penis. Because you don't bathe, right? You don't bathe, right? That's just no. So you had all kind of clumps of doggy coochie going up in you.
man, crazy.
This lawyer and father is now facing charges after he was arrested for allegedly committing an inappropriate act with the family dog. His wife reportedly discovered it and reported him last month. His name is Stephen Tyler Swain. He is 56 years old and owns a law firm in Houston. As you can see, he is married and they have twin daughters and 2 sons. According to reports, they were doing some home renovations last November, and there were a lot of contractors working inside the house. So his wife installed security cameras. She allegedly believed he was bringing adult workers into the home for his own use. But when she checked the surveillance footage, she found videos of him and their small dog, Shipley. She also turned the video evidence over to authorities, and according to investigators, he did abuse the dog. According to reports, his wife had already filed for divorce last December. Once she found the videos, she immediately removed the dog from the home. After being examined by a doctor, the dog is reportedly doing mentally okay at this time. Under Texas law, animal cruelty is classified as a state jail felony, which can carry a sentence ranging from 180 days to 2 years in state jail. Right now, it is still unclear whether the incident captured on camera was the only time this happened. The case remains under investigation.
Because it wasn't the only time. Shit, we already know it was the first time he's putting his dick in that dog. No, fucking the shit out that dog. Ah, doggy coochie. Hold on, Joe. I want you to man, what's this motherfucker doing up here? Okay, I want you to go to Google real quick. Just keep that open. Now, I don't know when this happened. The same time I was looking at the guy, right? I was in my neighborhood, right? Fucking baby girl. It was a policeman. I don't know if I don't know what part of police in Florida. I'm saying, I don't know if you looked up that they have dogs. They had their partner's a dog. So there was a Florida policeman fucking his partner, his dog. He got caught at the beach like late, fucking the dog in the back of the truck, of the police truck. So I want you to put this up, Joe. Say Florida police officer gets caught having sex with his canine partner. K and then 9. Say canine. Say Florida police officer gets caught having sex with his canine.
Okay. On TikTok or okay, let's see. This was I think last year. I think it was last year. Let's see. It's a lot of them. 2025, 2024, 2019, 16 hours ago. A judge in Florida circuit caught having sex. Oh, okay. 16 hours ago. Let's see. This one says Florida influencer arrested for having sex with the dog for over $500. Posting it on Instagram. This is a lady. Damn. Even women? That's crazy. Let me see if I can find it on TikTok instead. Florida officer caught dog.
It's Florida Man Friday.
A Florida influencer and dog mom has been arrested after she filmed herself having sex with her pet chihuahua before sharing the sickening videos with her 15,000 Instagram followers. 27-year-old Logan Gominski was charged with sexual activity involving an animal and filming sexual activity involving an animal, both felonies. Back in January, officials received information from an anonymous tip that Gominski posted a video to Instagram depicting sexual activity with a dog. Authorities then found several photos and videos of Gominski with the abused animal. According to a statement from police, she admitted to creating and sharing the video with another social media user.
Oh damn! This is a different. This is a police woman, Joby. This is a police woman.
This is an influencer. I can't find the one for the police officer. I can't.
But I'm saying, but this a woman or this a police woman?
No, she's an influencer.
Oh shit! Why she get caught? How's the influencer get caught having sex with a dog? Who told her?
She recorded herself and posted it.
God damn. Crazy as cat shit.
that she had been involved in sexual activity with another dog, and the videos of both incidents were still stored on her cell phone. Wow. Kaminsky was released on a $10,000 bond, and according to court documents, is due to appear in court for an arraignment hearing on April 22nd. Florida influencer
Kasongo, yeah.
Why are they putting Kasongo's name there again? Pluto doesn't do that shit. Oh my god. What the hell? Oh no, I can't find that one for the Florida.
That's okay. That's okay. And now I'm gonna tell you to do a video. I'll tell you go to Google.
Yeah, I went to Google still. I can't find it. I'm seeing the influencer is
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry. They took it down. They took it down because they want you to know that you got police out here fucking their damn canines, fucking their dogs. But yeah, that's what they do. Hold on, Joe. Go ahead.
We have Louisiana Democrats who have introduced a bill to ban the bestiality, but we have 10 Republicans who voted against it. So let me share this, and then I'm going to start queuing the videos Keith has shared with me.
Is under attack. What the fuck you mean Louisiana just banned bestiality? What do you mean white people can't fuck their dogs anymore? Are you fucking kidding me? I see why they're flipping out. I see why they need Trump, because suddenly we're talking about killing pedophiles. We're talking about banning pedophilia. We're talking about banning bestiality. We're talking about stopping. This is insane. Just like that, everybody wants to come to America and cancel white culture. What is this nonsense? Shout out to the 10 Republicans who stood 10 toes down to save white culture, but ultimately they failed.
So that was your, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't know what happened with Joe. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. Joey, maybe go. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if Joey's gonna make it back up. I had to finish the show up myself. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Lights might have went off over there with Joey. I don't know. It's in the message, so. She ain't sending me a message, so. Okay, you guys hear me? Yes, anyway. The dominant, the dominant society, they hide all these things they're doing. The baby is out. So when we just talk about that, we were called crazy and conspiracy nuts. So we know they're the ones behind the baby, the kidnapping, the baby eating. They're the ones behind the bestiality. They're the ones behind the pedophilia. So there was another story that y'all better get your head lined up. Bang. We had those damn videos. There was another guy, another Texas, I think it was a doctor, right? It's another Texas guy. No, two Texas guys. So it was a Texas guy. He was a cat with a hat, was having sex with his son's friend. I think they're like 7 or 8, right? And so he got caught. And so he got convicted and was supposed to do life in prison. But the governor reduced his damn sentence and now let him out. Can you imagine that? That's saying a child. And the governor's now let him out. But he got convicted to have life in prison. Not only does he got the complexion for the protection, right? He also has the right, religious persuasion as well. Because how you get convicted of having sex with your son's friend, get a life sentence, and then next thing you know, you're walk out of the prison. And then not only that, something must be in the water and takes another Texas doctor, right? The Texas doctor had got his emails got caught. You guys can look all these stories up because they're relatively recent. He got caught having text messages talking about that they were going to adopt the child so they could abuse it, so they can have sex with it until it became 18. They were going to groom it. They were going to adopt a small boy, him and one of his partners or some shit, and they were going to have sex with this baby, this child, however how old it was, 3, 4 years old, until the time it was 18 years old. They don't get no more filthier than that. But that's these people. We're talking about their high IQs. They don't know how to have sex with children. They don't know how to have sex with babies. They don't know how to not to have sex with fucking animals, with beasts. And the funny part about that, you guys remember, a lot of you guys been moving forever because they don't never let us grow no more. You guys remember the story of the same lady who was working up in a Nashville hospital, right? Right? Because I used to, because they got that Neanderthal genetics, and they got that animal gene in them as well. That's why they're attracted to animals, right? And so with me saying that, there was a story that her brother told. He never wanted to tell anybody. Her brother was living in South Carolina, right? Her brother was living in South Carolina. And so her brother living in South Carolina, he had been in a car accident, but he never wanted to tell. He said no matter, everybody wanted to ask what happened to him, right? He had a really bad car accident, right? And they would always ask him, and he wouldn't tell them because what he said happened sounded crazy. So they said it was like 4th of July one year, and they were all in the bar, back in the back of their parents' house in South Carolina, laughing, telling stories. And they came to him and said, man, why don't you tell us what happened? Because it was some kind of car, I forgot the name of the kind of car he had, was real nice. that got all fucked up in an accident, right? He said, man, wait, why don't you just tell us what happened? Were you drinking? He said, y'all know I don't drink. I'm not, y'all the one drinking out here for 4th of July, eating this barbecue. Because they kept telling him, what happened? He said, well, okay, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Y'all promise not to listen to God. This is the God's honest truth. Y'all promise, they were always brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and shit, right? Y'all promise not to laugh. I'm telling you, this is the honest God truth. I swear to God on everything. He said, so I'm in the backwoods of South Carolina, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, I'm coming back from North Carolina. I think he said his business, his child, his son, he had got recently divorced. So I think his son was up in North Carolina. He's just coming back late, driving home late from North Carolina back into South Carolina from seeing the son. He said, and I swear to God, a Bigfoot. He said, you know, remember, I'm taking the car to a laugh when she said, because I'm listening. He said, I swear to God, a Bigfoot jumped out the bush and jumped on my car and had a goddamn cow in his arms. He said, a Bigfoot jumped out the woods, hit my car, was carrying a cow he's about to eat. And I spun out and hit the telephone pole and fucked my car up. I swear to God, it was a fucking Bigfoot. Just jumped out the wood and jumped out my car, holding a big ass cow. So, I said, your brother was mostly telling the truth. That's why he didn't tell y'all. Y'all knew he was laughing. You know, you tell me stories make me laugh, but I believe your brother. You know, that he did see that. And I said, these things do exist. They want to have you believe they don't exist. So, because they found that their genetics are the same thing. They want to say a Neanderthal, but they show you a half-looking white man as a Neanderthal. And that's a lie. That's propaganda. A Neanderthal is a goddamn Bigfoot. That's what that is, right? A Neanderthal is a Bigfoot. And so with all this animal genetics, all this savagery inside the genome, the genetic coding, that's why it makes them violent, want to have sex with children. You know, you go to FBI report, oh, black people do most of the crimes. You know, it's a lie, right? You go to FBI report, they're the ones, who's the one mainly doing pedophilia? Them. Who's the main one doing bestiality? Them. Right? They know who's the one eating babies. And they said Clarence Thomas was in there one time eating the baby. I don't know if he's eating the baby. He said they seen him in there as one of those guys, you know, with the people that were eating the babies. That's what allegedly Clarence Thomas has. But you ain't never, like the guy said, like the kid said, I've seen nobody black in none of these rituals where they eating babies, right? Because that's something we don't do. That's something we would instinctively call evil, right? Inherently call evil. So that's something we would never do. So let me know if you guys can still hear me or not. I can't tell if you guys can hear me or not. You guys let me know. Am I still audible? I think the lights might have went out on Joby. Oh, it's late at night. I think that's what happened with Joby, but okay, you guys hear me? Yes. So us as a people, you know, see, these are all the real bad things that they never want to televise, they never want to sensationalize, they never want to put in their newspapers, because it's the things they've been doing for generations. Like I said, it's only recently now that they've taken out the books, and some of the books are still the same. Some of the states, I think, still have it. Most of the southern states now have finally made bestiality a crime. But and that's recent. Because people start looking up shit. Well, how can bestiality be legal? How can having sex with animals be evil? because we don't do it. That's why it's legal. But that's when I had 7-6 with beasts. Them. They get to talk about this low IQ shit and black people inherently criminal. You bring up, hey, you people inherently fuck animals. That's not racist. That's what the numbers say. Inherently out here fucking beasts. Dogs, cats, rabbits, sheep, goat. Like I told you that story years ago with me and Sharon, Lady Divine, where she was going to be the it girl in Hollywood, and they took her to some Hollywood mansion up in Hollywood Hills, and she walked in on an executive. She won't never. I want to be able to say the name, but I don't know it because she said, to give it more credibility, right? But she never would tell the name. She said, I talk too much, and they would kill me if I said the name. They'll kill you, Keith. They said they'll kill you. I said, Sharon, that's in the early 90s. I don't care. They'll kill you. So I don't know the executive who she walked in on, who she said was having sex with a goat or a sheep. What about she walked in the Hollywood Hills? And we know this is real because the cat's out the bag now. It might sound crazy a few years ago to say it, but it don't sound crazy no more because we know that that's their get down. So her not being able to tell people years ago when she walked into that room and found a famous radio record executive fucking a goat. That said at that time she was just 19 years old. And she's being shopped around as the next it girl. And and now I know that's true because people said that's the same thing Cat Williams said. You fuck around and you go into the wrong room. You fuck around. And when Cat Williams said that was, I don't know, I wanted to be in one of these Hollywood parties. I didn't know I'm matching all big. I wanted to be in it. And you fuck around and go into the wrong room and see all kind of shit. Remember, that's what Cat Williams said. You fuck around and go into the wrong room and see all kind of shit. And that's what happened to her. And she was devastated. Because at that time, she was all into Christianity. She was a Southern, them Southern Christians, all crazy. Them a black girl that's all a Southern Christian, everything. Her mind works a certain way. He said it destroyed her. It said her sin that, he said it destroyed her. She didn't know how to process it. He said, I didn't know how to process it. I had to get out of this whole place. This whole system is evil. Imagine it. You guys know Southern black Christians, how crazy they are. Can you imagine them walking on somebody fucking a goat? He said it snapped her whole mind. She couldn't process it. She left Hollywood. She was just all messed up. She made me laugh. So that destroyed my career, Keith. I couldn't be around them people when I seen that. I think these people are all evil. She said, I couldn't be the only one that walked in and seen him having sex with a goat. I don't know. And I kept saying, well, who was it? Who is it? Just say the name. Who is it? But I know him. Yeah, you know. No, I can't say the name. You talk too much, they'll kill you. So I don't know the name of the individual she saw in the Hollywood Hills that day having sex with a goddamn farm animal. I have no clue. But remember she had me last, she said she left Hollywood and they blackballed her because they were setting her up to be famous. And they blackballed her. And she made me laugh. She said, then I had to do cruise ships. And she said, I had to go where entertainment goes to die, on cruise ships. I became a lounge. She made me say I became a cruise lounge singer. I said, damn, that's rough. Yeah, dude, I was going to the cruise ship circuit. Shit. I didn't know there was such a thing. That they destroyed me. So, I went back and tried to tell my parents. They was all messed up. What'd you see? It's evil. So I wanted to say, it's them that's doing all this shit, not us. You know, that's their culture. They want to be able to go. They want to be able to express that again, openly. You know, because none of those things black people do. Most black people are scared of animals. Shit. And like damn sure we having sex with no dogs and rabbits and horses and all that kind of shit is this things we're not going to do. And then when you hear it, we can't really fathom it because we can't understand it. What? Sex with an animal? What? And we know today that in Europe, it's still legal in certain countries that they're marrying their goddamn animals. They're marrying the goddamn goats, the dogs, the horses. What they call that? Zoology? What's that shit called? It's called zoo. They want to change the name, but make it sound good. It's still bestiality. They changed the name. What's it? Zoology or something like that? If you guys don't know, let me know. Remember they changed it from bestiality to zoo something. Zoology, zoo something. They're trying to clean it up from what it is. Bestiality, having sex with a goddamn beast. Right? Zoology, something like that. I can't remember that. Zoology, something like that. I don't know. Shit. Something to do with a damn zoo. Something to do with zoo animals, right? So, like we said years ago with them getting caught, and like I said, the Asians do it too. They're dealing with these non-human beings that they were paying. I don't know if they still do it today. Remember, they were paying to have sex. Imagine you paying to have sex with an orangutan. Not that you're raping it. It is rape. Because how can an animal? And we need to call these things what they are. It's animal rape. Because how can an animal give you consent? So we need to call it not. They don't want to call it what it is, animal rape. Because how can an animal give you consent? It can't. So so that lady was caught in her husband raping that dog because that animal couldn't give consent. And so they raping these animals. Animal can't tell you wants to have sex with you. It's crazy. So, that becomes, and so we want to put things into perspective when they try to put black people in a class of undesirable, right? We're supposed to be in this class of fake undesirable where they get to spew all their racist nonsense about black on black crime and we're despicable people, we're the most violent, all that. No, they're the most savage. We're very violent unless someone's attacking us, right? So, unless someone's attacking us or something like that, we're pretty much peaceful people. That's how we were able to get conquered by these savages. But that's never in their news or their daily feel that this is happening every week. As a young lady told me from Nashville, who's a nurse, this is happening every week. It ain't in your news because it's them. They got to get this false image, this false dichotomy of being a pure people, the people that don't have any chaos and confusion. They're what everybody should aspire to. Everybody should aspire to be them. You ain't gonna want to aspire to them. You probably are fucking the goddamn family pet. They fucking the goddamn neighbors. God, there's one video I wanted to show, but Joby's gone. That's why they mad. Why they so angry? They got everything they want, but they want to be able to fuck the kids. They're the pedophiles. They want, they don't want around fucking the goddamn the little nephews and nieces and shit, fucking the goddamn little baby cousins. They're the ones over here fucking their son's friends that you just seen. That's them doing it. But then when you talk about it, supposedly you're a racist for saying what they do. You're not supposed to be talking about what they do. All this damn debaucherous ass shit they do. As black people, we can't fathom. What? Sleep with an animal? Who the fuck is sleeping with an animal? And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know. Maybe I knew y'all were young. I didn't know that was a thing until I was an adult. I never even heard of no shit like that. I didn't think that was even possible. I didn't know you could have sex with an animal. I didn't even know what bestiality was. A bestiality? What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Did you remember? Maybe you guys did. I didn't know that a beast was a dog, an animal. I thought it was like some kind of like monster, like a beast. I didn't know a beast was like an animal. I didn't grow up on a farm or nothing, so I didn't know the definition of a beast was like an animal. I said bestiality. Somebody's fucking having sex with like a snowman or some shit, you know, like a cartoon, like a beast, you know, like a monster. So I know that was real, you know. I said, what, somebody had a fucking a cartoon monster? What are you talking about? That's how ignorant I was when I was in my early 20s. I didn't know they meant I didn't know bestiality meant having sex with animals. I had no clue because it never became part of my lexicon growing up. I just never heard nothing like that. You know, my parents never brought it up. It was never in my sphere in my sphere of reference or influence. I never heard of such a thing. I ain't never heard of such a thing until I was in the Marine Corps, right? I was like 21 by that time, and a guy I was working with, his wife was having sex with their dog, and the dog swelled up in her. And I was like, what? What? So I didn't know how to process that. I was like, what? Hey, what? Wait, what? Somebody's having sex with a dog? With the damn family? That's the first time. I might have been, I think I was like 20 or 21. So I was green. I might have been, you know, they say this in the Bible, but I didn't know what the hell that meant. And nobody was having sex with like an animal. I didn't know a beast. You know, tell me if some of you guys have done, like, you grew up in the city. Did you guys know a beast was an animal? I didn't know that was the frame of reference to a beast. I thought a beast was like a monster. You know, I didn't know a beast was like a farm animal or your dog. It was a beast. So I didn't really know what bestiality was even was. No, I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's how stupid I was. I didn't ever know the definition of bestiality until that happened. Until I was like 20, 21. I said, whoa, that's bestiality? That's what the Bible talking about? Shit, God damn. So, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't have any idea. It's all news to me. I didn't have any idea that that's what that meant. So, I never knew nobody can have sex with an animal. I just never, I swear to God, I guess I was as green as Sharon. She was 19. I was 21 when I heard it. I never seen it. So I never seen it in my life. I never had the opportunity to walk up on it, but I never fathomed that people were having sex with animals. It just never crossed my mind. Let me know in the chat room, guys. Let me know if you guys ever thought about that when you were growing up and knew what that was. Did you guys know being black? I think most of us being black don't really know what that is. You know, because your parents are not going to talk about it. But who in your black community is doing it? Nobody. So where would you ever be exposed? I mean, today you would because there's the internet, but back then we didn't have no internet. Who would be exposed to bestiality? You know, in the black community, who would be exposed to some shit like that? You know, or even a lot of pedophilia going on and eating babies, but especially bestiality. I didn't know what that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know what bestiality was until I was like 21. Like bestiality. I don't think I know, and I don't think I really heard it. No one ever really brought up in a conversation for me to know anything about it. I never had no conversation about bestiality. Excuse me, guys. So, you know, being black, you know, I just never heard of such a thing. I didn't know there was such a thing happen. So, excuse me, guys. So that's what I'm saying. You know, maybe I was the only dumb one. Maybe you guys are a little more sophisticated than I was growing up. But like I said, I never heard of this shit in my life. And I remember when it was happening to the guy, I said, bestiality. What the fuck is that? What does that mean? I said, ain't that the shit that the Bible be talking about? What is that? I mean, what's a beast? Who's having sex with a beast? I didn't know a beast was a regular animal. Beast. You think I would have known that by saying beast of burden? I didn't know that was like an animal. I still didn't know. Yeah, his wife was in there practicing bestiality. Bestiality. What the fuck is that? I can't believe how green or how stupid. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, she's fucking a beast. What are you talking about? She had sex with the dog. Okay, say, what's that got to do with a beast? What's that got to do with bestiality? What's that got to do with bestiality? That's what that is, man. You don't know what bestiality is? Oh, shit. I didn't know. I had no clue. Oh, okay. I knew there was some kind of animal. Okay. Shit. I'm new. I didn't know. Excuse me. We didn't talk about bestiality around the kitchen table when I was growing up. So I had no clue what the hell. How the hell would I know? Me and my homies back at school never talked about bestiality. Dog, did you know anything about this bestiality talking about? Nah, man, what are you talking about? So it just never, you know, you got more things on news, on TV. That shit just never crossed my damn lexicon. It never did. My lexicon. So I never heard anything about it. I was having sex with a beast. So let me try to stop right here and read you guys' comments because it's all crazy to me. So I never heard anything about having sex with animals. No one's ever talked about no shit like that. So it was green to me. Never heard nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Let me try to stop right here and read you guys' comments in a second. I'm gonna sign up right here and read you guys' comments. Shit. Stop here and read you guys' comments. but like I said, you guys might have been more, maybe in your households, you guys were more sophisticated. Maybe you got more with the religion, you know. Maybe that's it. Let me see you guys comments you guys got. My sister worked in healthcare, and a woman had. I can't remember. A woman had one. The damn signs in the way. Had something stuck in her vagina. And what's stuck in her vagina? Yeah, exactly. She had those things snatched. I had little puppies. I don't know about none of that. Exactly. We didn't know nothing about that. Exactly, Jason. I didn't know nothing about no bestiality. I never. Black people don't go up talking about that. We don't know nothing about that. So I was a whole grown ass man. I didn't know that was even. I don't know. I never even knew that was even possible. Having sex with an animal. I never. Back then, I guess I was really good. I never knew that was even possible. You know, how do you, what? Then why would you do it? Why would you want to do it? You know, so I never even knew that was even possible. You having sex with an animal? I didn't know there was ever such a thing, right? I had no clue. How could you have sex with an animal? And then, you know, I started looking up, and it was all legal. Most of the states in America, it was legal. I was like, what? How can this shit not be illegal? You having sex with a fucking animal. And all the southern states, it was legal, right? Now, if you guys look this up. I can't do it on my phone. You don't have Joby. Like I said, there was a Georgia congressman. It's about 15 years ago now, right? 15, 16 years ago. So I still remember it was Obama. Obama made a joke about it. Obama made a joke about the guy. He said, yeah, you never know what people do. When me and my buddies were young, we used to go out and have sex with the cantaloupes. I'm like, what? What? Sex with cantaloupes. Because that was his knock against homosexuality. He was saying that if we allow homosexuals, we'll allow anybody to have sex with anything, right? He said if we allow if we allow gay marriage, you're allowed to have sex with anything. And his argument against that, I think Joe would like to. The lights go out, Joby? Yeah, the lights went out. I figured Joby's lights went out. So, yeah, I can't share those videos since Joby's gone. But I said, remember, he was saying have an argument against when they were passing the gay marriage laws. He said, if you do this, anybody will start having sex with fruit. They're like, what? What the hell's going to have sex with fruit? What are you talking about? It's good. And then he said, yeah, when we were younger, me and my buddies, we'd go out to the cantaloupe patch and have sex with the fruit. Like what? Now imagine, ain't nobody black ever thought about putting their penis in no fruit, in no damn cantaloupe. So, we're just a different people, man. The shit is crazy. And so they've been putting themselves as the pinnacle of people, as black people. It's just not true. They're the most debaucherous, the most evil, most wickedest shit. But see, they own all the media, so they're gonna tell you that they've been having sex with animals and kids. They've been having sex with children. They're the majority of pedophiles. And not only the pedophiles, who's the majority of serial killers in the world? Them. They do the majority of killing in packs. That's them. But remember, black people's images are the ones that's destroyed all over the world. They're the ones that do all the serial killing. That's them. You can't find no black serial killer. They try to make you say there's one, but but there'll never be one. They try to say it's one, but it never usually is one. They try to tell you it's one, but it never is one, right? It's always them. It's always they ass. I'm about being a goddamn serial killer. It's always them. Oh, sorry guys, I'm here. Shit. Damn phone rang. Oh, shit. Shit. But they're the number one serial killer. Who's killing all these people? Serial killers. That's them. Yeah, we're about to wrap it up anyway in a minute. About 10 more minutes. About to wrap it up. Yeah. So yeah, I figured the lights went off. When I said, "Hey, what happened to Joby?" Oh yeah, you said your daddy would never go back to Louisiana. Cat's head. God damn. See, see, at least Michelle's parents shared these stories with us. I never got none of these stories coming from dad and them out of the South. I never got none of them stories. I swear to God, I didn't know till I was grown. I can't imagine having sex with an animal. I just never, black people, we're kind of sheltered, right? We're kind of sheltered growing up. So I never fathomed that somebody can have sex with an animal. I just never fathomed that, right? It seemed absolutely crazy to me. So, you know, absolutely crazy. I couldn't have fathomed um, that such a thing ever existed. You know, I can never fathom. So, I can never fathom that could be such a thing. So I said I couldn't fathom none of that shit there. But they try to make us the serial. They're the serial killers. They're the main serial killers. They're the main. All this debauchery shit is them. But they make black people the face of all the crime, really on the planet, as they cover up all their heinous crimes. They serial killing people, cutting people up. Give me a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. You know, um, yes. Okay. Give me something. Yeah. So, somebody, but you know, I never fathomed that these kind of things were real. You know, and, and remember they always put it in their movies. You guys ever remember the movie years ago? About what 20, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, called American Pie. They doing their comedies, and it's subtle. And if we don't know their culture, we don't pick it up. And at the end of the movie, the guy was trying to have sex with a pie. You guys remember that? And by then, I understood who they were. You know, because that's why putting sex. You know, remember his daddy called him in there having sex with the pie on the damn counter. You know, by then I was grown. I knew what was going on. You know, you have nobody black thinking about having sex with a pie. You'll never come home as a black man, hopefully, and find your son's dick in a fucking pie. That's why we said, Joey, we show that clip. But that's them. That has nothing to do with us, right? Never gonna find us with no damn. and when I seen that again, I seen it, that makes me think about the cantaloupe. And I can't remember the Congress. You guys can look that up. And if they haven't taken it down, because you see, they've already taken down the dude. He was found in Florida having sex with his canine, his partner. That's a fact. And they'll take all that shit. They'll whitewash the internet for their image. Because all this debauchery shit they're doing, you know, all the serial killers there. I don't think there's been one black. They tried to say it's one. I don't think it's been really one black serial killer. I think it might be one, they said. But who are all the serial killers? Them. They're the ones they're the Jeffrey Dahmers and the they're the Jeffrey Dahmers and the damn John Gacy's who's chopping up people and putting them underneath their goddamn fucking house. They're the Ted Bundys and the, you know, they're the ones when I had killing every goddamn body, chopping them up, shit, you know, putting motherfuckers in the freezers and wearing their clothes as wearing their goddamn wearing their skin as clothes and shit. That's them. But they don't never put that out there. That's them. They're the ones chopping up bodies. They're the ones eating the bodies, eating babies. But supposedly black people are supposed to be the crimes and black people are so stupid. I also want to put that up there. Joby's gone. I want to put it up there about the IQ. Like, we're so stupid. Why'd you make everything for us an impossibility to exceed? Why do you put up roadblocks? If we're so stupid, we shouldn't be able to succeed. You shouldn't have to do Jim Crow. You shouldn't have to stop us from voting. You shouldn't have to stop us from reading. You shouldn't deny us from building wealth. Since we're so stupid, we're the ones with low IQs, right? We have low IQs. So why should you stop us from succeeding? Try to put up roadblocks in everything we do, since we're the stupid ones. That's the same fake narrative. We're the ones committing all the crimes, all these fake fraudulent narratives that they spewed all over the world. They're the serial killers. They're the goddamn baby rapists having sex with children. Everyone's kidnapped. When you ever find some kidnapping, it's their ass. You don't never find a bunch of black people kidnapping nobody, right? It's always them kidnapping the babies, right? Always them. So it's always them running around kidnapping the babies. But they've had a great way of having image control, right? They own all the media. That's why it's important to have some media. Because whenever we talk back on their social media, oh, this is racist. They get to spew all kind of. Everybody knows this. Was that any social media? They get to spew all kind of racist vitriol towards black people globally. Any pushback, your channel's taken down. You're considered a racist, and all you're doing is speaking facts. I haven't said anything racist here, right? I'll be a racist. They do have sex with them. That's a fact. Bestiality is what they do, and what the guy got caught doing. How many videos you seen of black people having sex with the goddamn pet? Barely none. Few and far between, because it's non-existent in the black community globally, right? But you can go anywhere in the world, not just America, anywhere where you got white people and this bestiality prevalent. Germany, England, France, Spain, prevalent. They got their dick in a beast. Anywhere around the world where you find white people, this pedophilia on lock, rampant. Right? Rampant. And when you go around the world, you got white people, it's always serial killers. Every white society, England, got serial killers. Germany got serial killers. France, you got serial killers. Australia, you got serial killers. But they never black. Go to Africa. Where's all the African serial killers at? Oh, it doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Again, it doesn't exist. So when you try to correct the narrative, who are the violent people on the planet, it damn sure ain't us. Damn sure ain't us. Name it. You guys give me the top 10 black serial killers. Name them for me in the chat room. Now, if I ask you to name me 5 white serial killers, you're all gonna know at least 5 of them, at least. What you heard? What happened in 9/11? That was a guy shooting people, right? That was a guy shooting people. I don't even believe that story. I forgot that guy. That was a guy around shooting people around the DMV area, right? Right, Ricky? That was a guy shooting people in the DMV area. I don't even know if I even believe that story. Sounds all fish. What's his damn name? Yeah, American Pie movie. It was hysterical. Exactly. I said it was hysterical. It was funny, Michelle. Came home and found his damn son's dick in a pie at the end. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, you guys give me a second. Damn phone ring. Oh no, it's a scam. Now I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna lie to you. The movies were funny. The movies were hilarious. Exactly. That's all European culture. Exactly right, Jim. But that's European culture. They get mad when they want to have you accept their culture, right? Oh, how dare you talk about the homosexuals and all that kind of stuff. We don't care about you doing it. We don't do it. Don't try to force it on us. Do it. We're not saying it's bad for you to do it. That's your culture. You do it. But don't try to tell us we're supposed to accept it. Hey, do what you do. We don't got nothing against you. Live your life. Don't try to force it down our damn throat. And I mean that literally, shit. Don't try to force the shit down our throat. Do what you do. We're not trying to knock you. We don't got nothing to do nothing against you. We're not trying to knock anything against you. So But they always want to force their culture and then act like it's the normal. They say, well, doesn't your culture produce all these? Why does your culture produce all these pedophiles? Why does your culture produce bestiality? You know, you people supposed to be pushing this Christianity and baby eating, right? So there's a bunch of them at the top, and that's their elite. Their elite are eating baby. They're the ones that run their governments, run their countries, right? They're run around, fucking around eating babies. And so it's not no more allegedly. Not no allegedly, so nobody's got to say allegedly no more. We know this is factual. You know, see, back in the day, we say, you conspiracy nut. These are conspiracy theory. It's conspiracy crackpot. But no more. That don't work no more. Calling nobody a conspiracy nut. That don't work no more. You can't call nobody a conspiracy nut because the baby eating is proven. That's why they won't release them Epstein files. They tell they're telling you if we release the Epstein files, it'll bring down the whole government. As if the whole world government is not supposed to be brought down with all this evil and wicked shit that they've been doing. As if it's not supposed to be brought down. As if it should exist, right? You know, you guys heard them say, if we bring out the Epstein files, it'll bring the whole government down. As if we shouldn't say, yeah, the whole government's supposed to be brought down. You know, the whole government's supposed to be brought down. You can't be this wicked and evil and get away with the shit. That means the whole government is evil and wicked. If it brings down the whole government, it means the whole government is evil and wicked and shouldn't exist. But you have people say, if they release the whole Epstein files, it'll bring the whole government down. But duh, it should bring the whole wicked ass evil damn thing down. What are you talking about? But that's the excuse that they'll give you. If we release the Epstein files, it'll bring the whole government down. So, you mean this is a government worth saving? This government's worth saving? Is that what you're saying? Make it make sense. This government worth saving? The raping of children, the eating of babies. So we're not supposed to know who's done that? And of course, it's white men. And the funny, it's all white men. No black men are running around eating the babies and having sex with them. It's all white men. These are the white men that's running the world. These are white men. Remember, but there's no moral outrage. There's no more. Where's the moral outrage being at? That we know today that people have been eating babies, having sex with them, and murdering them. We know that. It's not. Like I said, it's not hyperbole. I'm not being hyperbolic. We know that this is now a fact. That they've been running around here having sex with babies. Right? He's saying, you're like, what? What? But most black people already knew this. A lot of us didn't probably want to admit it to ourselves. But we knew this. And this is not this is not indicative to the United States. This is the white world itself. That makes you understand. This is not indicative to the United States. This is the white world. White world's the one with the pedophilia. They're the ones eating the babies. They're the ones got the serial killers. They're the ones practicing bestiality. They got open marriages in Germany, I think in the Netherlands, where they marrying the dogs, the cats, rats, hats, whatever. We know that's real. Oh, but that doesn't make the news that that they're still allowed to marry. How the fuck do you marry a dog? Explain that to me, guys. How do you marry a dog? How can a dog give consent for you to be its spouse? And how crazy is that? But these are the same people that's telling you that you have low IQs and they're marrying a motherfucking Cocker Spaniel. They're marrying a German Shepherd. But these are the high IQ people, they tell you. These are people with the high IQs. We got high IQs. You black people got low IQs. But our IQ is high enough not to marry a goddamn beast and fuck it. There's nobody black went around marrying a dog, putting a wedding dress on a dog. You know, no one black is doing that shit. That's them. You know, and you can go look that up. You know that's true. And it's legal. It's legal. And they want to sprout round upon you. If you say, hey, man, we don't get down. We don't want that part of our culture. We don't want to fuck no beast. Now look at you sideways. Call you crazy. How dare you? You don't want to have sex with a beast? Nah, man, I'm good. I don't want to have. I don't want no beast booty. I'm good. You knock out all the beast booty you want. I'm good. That's you, dog. You keep all the beast booty you want. That's you. You know, that's you. You do all the beast booty you want. I'm cool. That's on you, dog. So, you know, somehow it's our fault. Somehow it's our fault that they do these things. Like I said, none of these debaucherous crimes that they do, well, a lot of stuff is not even crime no more. Certain countries, having sex with animals is not a crime. Marrying an animal. But these are people, these are high IQ people. They know their whole society, their whole civilization is a farce. How you come civilizing me and you got your whole dick in a dog's booty? Huh? How you bringing me civilization and you don't know how to put your penis? You don't know not to put your penis in a dog's butt. What are you talking about? All the lies and craziness they tell. You know, why are they always the serial killers? Right? It's them. That's them. Supposedly we commit the crime. They got all the serial killers. They're the majority of pedophiles. These are FBI crime statistics. It's not my opinion. It's overwhelmingly white men or pedophiles. Overwhelmingly. They have sex with babies and children. But that's not sensationalized because they got to keep up the fake image of them being the white people or the fallback position of goodness. You got to be told that nonsense. You know, right? Excuse me. They're the ones went around here. You know, and that's why we don't even talk about this much. You know, this is absolutely crazy. That you got people out here running around here having sex with goddamn animals. Imagine this shit, and it's legal. But they want to be able to lecture you on how life is supposed to be, how to behave in life, as if they're the arbiter of good sense and good morality, and they got their whole dick in a dog's ass. You know, but they're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you most of them run around like Michelle just told you. This is normal. This is on a regular basis. Any major city, you got white people having sex with animals. That's in America. But this is everywhere they are. Why is that not emphasized? Right? Why is that not emphasized nowhere? They want to get this false fake image, right? Why is that? Why is that not? Why is that not emphasized no damn where? You know, use all this propaganda. Uh, how great! Oh, we're so great. We're and sadly enough, it's worked around the world because they've had the microphone, the megaphone, right? Touting how great they are. You know, fake civilization they talk about. When their whole history is a history of savagery. Their whole history is a history of savagery, all of it. And when you talk about it, supposedly you're racist. How am I racist because you got your dick in a dog's ass? You've done that. That's what you've been doing. How am I racist because you got your dick in a child's ass? What's it got to do with racism? You've been doing that. They said you got the guy having. Can you imagine having sex with your son's friend? Like 7, 8 years. Can you imagine this craziness? Imagine this craziness. And somehow black people are supposed to be the people that's looked at in complete and utter disdain. Then it makes so we're the ones that's looked at in utter disdain now. The morality buttons has been completely switched upside down and inside out. You know. You got nobody went to jail yet for these Epstein files. No one. Who's went to prison in America? Most of the stuff they haven't released yet, but you know. Who's did the perp walk? Imagine even when Epstein was violating these babies, they gave him a sweetheart deal where he didn't really have to go to prison. He could get out every night, go do it, and go live his life. Come back in the morning, whatever the hell he was doing, whatever kind of just crazy deal he had, right? It's absolutely insane. Of him not even have to really serve any real time. You imagine that? At least not you're gonna have to serve any real time. All this pedophilia he was doing, all this child trafficking he been doing. And they gave some fake story. You know he didn't kill himself. You know that's all fake. Remember all the media. If I remember, I gotta start doing shows again. I gotta start explaining things. I gotta get up and do these shows. I'm so used to Joby sitting there. I get tired. But if you guys understand how arguments work, there's certain things called parameters of an argument or parameters of a conversation. So parameter means the points that you're allowed to go out of and the points that you're allowed to stay in. So they frame, it's called framing an argument. So if you go outside the parameters of the frame of this argument, right, you're now going to be considered friends. So how they use propaganda, they'll frame an argument in certain parameters and say you're only allowed to argue things within these parameters. And so that's what we do when we deal with white society. We're not allowed to go past the parameters, talk about bestiality, talk about them being the serial killers, because that goes out of the parameter. That now puts us in fringe talk. Even though it's true, but we're now outside the framing of the conversation that they want to have, right? You're outside their parameters, their framing of a conversation. And that's what's been happening for the longest time. So you never get any real truth. You just exist inside their fake parallel world within the framing of a conversation. We never get to talk about them being the serial killers. How many babies they out here murdered and kidnapping. You know you got a bunch of black babies right now missing right now. A bunch of black children are missing. Where are they at? No one, why they're not being talked about? This is every year. You get a bunch of black children just go missing in bunches. How's this possible? You got cameras everywhere. Got cameras everywhere. But somehow they can never see these babies go missing. Excuse me. You got cameras everywhere. But no one can see these kids getting kidnapped. That never makes nobody's camera, ever. Whole rash of children, we just show them missing again. And no one knows. No one's seen anything. Well, no one has seen anything. You got cameras everywhere. You got cameras everywhere. But no one ever sees these babies just go missing, being kidnapped off the street. You know, all these young black kids just being missing. Every year, it's a bunch of black kids that just go missing. No one ever knows. No one ever finds them. It's completely, you know, it's completely amazing, ain't it? You know? So, you know. Let me go and wrap this up, family. Joey should be at the house by now, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, Palm Beach. It's Palm Beach Pete. You know. Oh, I forgot about the incest, too. Incest list, yeah. They're on the incest list. I meant to put that, too. They're also sleeping with their daughters and sometimes their son. I meant to bring, thanks, Jim. That was on my mind. I completely forgot about that. The incest list. Not just the pedophilia, they're the ones sleeping with their children. The white man. Globally. And today, if you guys look at who does the sex tourism? White men. White men go to poor countries, Kenya, Ghana, Gambia, Thailand, Vietnam. For what? Sex tourism. Philippines. Who does that? All the white men where they get to go rape their women. Right? Sex tourism, all these problems are them. But you're never going to, no one's ever going to say that. White man created the sex tourism trade. He's the one out there in these countries exploiting these young, poor people, whether it be black or Asians. Whole damn history. You know, I think, check this out, because I think the Indians have fought them, right? Because if you guys don't know, in Thailand, you got a lot of Canadian Indians now, right? And so Thailand's been trying to push back because the Indians with the Canadian passport, right? Canadians used to be able to go to Thailand and stay for 6 months, but no more. They only give 60 days. They said because the Canadians have been out there shitting on their beaches. And they say, well, hey, those are the Indians, but they carry a Canadian passport. Same thing they've been doing in Canada. So the Canadian Indians have been going to Thailand and shitting on their beaches and practicing pedophilia and sex trafficking. The Indians. So the damn Thailand, the people in Thailand have cut off their passport. So you only give your Canadian, you're only getting 60 days. And the real Canadians said, that's not us. That's not us. Those are the Indians. That's not us doing that shit. That's not us. Those are Canadians. So that's not us. Those are Canadians. You got no lights at home either? Damn, you got no house? It must be the whole place out there and shit. You must have walked home in the darkness. In the dark. Anyway, like I said, that's them. Go to Kenya, go to Tanzania, go to the Gambia, go to Ghana. You're going to see old white men. Go to Thailand, go to Vietnam, go to Philippines. You're going to see old white men with young Filipinos, young Kenyans, young Tanzanians, young Ghanaians, young Gambians, young Thailandians, young Vietnamese, the old cruddy ass white men. And we know they're the ones behind it. Why hasn't that been stopped? Oh, because the white men. Sex tourism from them. Then you get the babies missing. Who's that? The white men. Over and over again. One demographic doing all the harms on the planet. Doing the majority of these problems on the planet is them. You know, that's just fact. You know, that's a fact. You know, you say, you know, they'll do their fake stories. They'll go to Kenya and the sex tourism trade. How do we stop it? And blah, blah, blah. Well, it's the white men that's doing it. It's the white men that created it. They're going to all these places. They don't want to go back to the source of the problem. How can we stop this thing with the sex tourism and the raping of the black women in Kenya and the ones in Gambia and in Ghana and Thailand? The white man is the one doing it. White man is the one who started this sexual tourism. White man is the one who's been exploiting them. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I had to take that call. I'm going to wrap this up, family. Much love. Talk to everybody tomorrow. I think Joby does her music show tomorrow, so I say everybody Friday. He does a music show tomorrow. Well, no, maybe I might change that since we missed the whole day. Because there's some videos I wanted to show. We'll see. We might come back tomorrow because we didn't do. Did we do a show Monday? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did a show Monday. I don't know. We'll see. So most likely Joey would do a music show. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna wrap this up, family. What's up with the White House shooting? Man, that fake ass shit. That's another fake shooting. That's what's up with it. That's what's up. It's another fake shooting. That's what's up with it. All right, fam. I'll ask you guys later. I gave you guys an extra 30 minutes. So much love. I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Much love, family. Peace.